we are going to see the topic fats and oils. Fat naturally occur in all the foods. Fat is the macronutrients. I already told carbohydrates, protein, fats are the macronutrients. Fat is one of the macronutrients. Fats are classified into two, that is invisible fat and visible fat. Example of the invisible fat is meat, milk, nuts and oil seeds. These are all the invisible fat. Visible fats are butter, ghee and then oil. Examples of the visible fat is lard. Lard is obtained from the pig fat, and the next one is the nuts and oil seeds. We obtain the vegetable oils from the nuts and oil seeds. Margarine is obtained from the vegetable oil, and butter is obtained from the invisible fat of the milk. Next, fat and oils are mainly composed of triglycerides. 3 molecules of fatty acid plus 1 molecule of the glycerol, that gives the triglycerides. Glycerides are fat and oils. Yes, differences between the fat and oils. Yes, fat, that is solid at the room temperature, it have the high melting point. And then oil is liquid at the room temperature, it's a low melting point. Next one is the hydrogenation. What is hydrogenation? Yes, hydrogenation is the process of adding the hydrogen to the liquid vegetable oil in the presence of the catalyst, convert them into the solid form. One vegetable oil is converted into solid form of the fat, that is called the hydrogenation. Main purpose of the hydrogenation is increase the shelf life of the fat, enhance the texture of the fat and prevents the spoilage from oxidation. The main process of the hydrogenation is, first oil is placed in the reactor with the presence of the catalyst, and then hydrogen gas is bubbled through under controlled temperature and then pressure. This breaks down the double bond of the unsaturated fatty acid. Usually unsaturated fatty acid is present in the vegetable oil, and then the hydrogen gas is incorporated into the vegetable oil, the presence of the catalyst, converting them into the single bond, that is the saturated form. Saturated form, example of the saturated form is butter, ghee, vanaspati, that is the saturated form. Unsaturated form is naturally present in the vegetable oils. So the process decreases the number of the bonds, double bonds, and changes the position of remaining the double bonds into single bonds. So hydrogenated oil used in the margarine, vanaspati, baking shortenings. So vanaspati, we all already know vanaspati. So how it is made means the hydrogenation process, due to the hydrogenation process, taking the vegetable oil, after the hydrogenation process, it converted into the solid form of the fat. So liquid fat is converted into solid form, that is the vegetable oil is converted into vanaspati by the process of the hydrogenation. This is the hydrogenation process. Next one is the rancidity. Rancidity means that means the spoilage of fat and oils. Some of the chemical changes occur in the fat that changes the fat into the bad odor, taste and appearance. That is the rancidity. It often occurs during the storage of the fat and oils. So types of rancidity means hydrolytic rancidity and then oxidative rancidity. In the hydrolytic rancidity, it is caused by the action of the enzymes or the microorganisms. Enzymes like the lipids that break down the fats into free fatty acids and the glycerol. Usually, the fats are formed by 3 molecules of fatty acid and 1 molecule of the glycerol that forms the triglycerides. But in case of the rancidity, it's break down the free fatty acid and the glycerols that may cause the rancidity. Volatile fatty acids such as the butyric and caprylic acid forms in the butter. It's causing the bad odor and the flavor. Example, butter is the main example of rancid butter. Next one is the oxidative rancidity. It happens mainly in the unsaturated fat. Unsaturated fat means vegetable oil exposed to the oxygen, catalyzed by the lipooxygenase enzymes. So formation of hydroperoxide which break down into volatile compounds causing the bad smell and then flavor. It is the chain reaction and self-perpetuating, leads to loss of vitamin A and then E. common in the dry foods like the cereals. Effect of the rancidity, unpleasant odor and the taste. If the vegetable oil is not using in the kitchen, it's open in for more days, that may cause the rancidity. Changes in the color, consistency and then flavor, loss of the nutritive value and makes the fat containing the foods inedible. Then how do we prevent the rancidity? Yes, by excluding the oxygen. Prevent the fat and oils exposed to the air or the oxygen. That is the main reason. Then use the vacuum packaging or airtight containers, that helps to prevent the rancidity. If we use the airtight container, means brown color container is very useful if the sunlight is not attack the fat and oils. By reducing the temperature, we will use the fat and oils, store it in the refrigerator is also the one of the helpful method. By adding the antioxidant means vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, these are all the antioxidants. The next synthetic antioxidant means butylated hydroxyanisole and then butylated hydroxytoluene, that may help to prevent the rancidity in the fat and oils. By using the metal chelatase agents, that's a bind of the metal ions that can catalyze the oxidation, example the citric acid, EDTA, etc. These are all helps to prevent the rancidity. Thank you.